All right.
and then from there
You
I'll
better be
go.
fucking enthusiastic, bro. I'll tell you right now.
Yo, relax, okay? I already got to
I'm
do a
just telling you, I
nervous
better hear
pee.
some
Why
some
I already got to do a
enthusiasm, man.
nervous pee, okay? So why are you gonna put
I
more
guess this
pressure on
is
me?
my guest today. Yo, you know who it is. Bones is with me. You're on Commander and Bones. Like, here we go. What's the problem?
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Moonrunner City. I'm Chris. Welcome back to the channel. Today you're joined with Commander and Bones.
What's up, everybody?
We're gonna do a fuck, marry, kill list on movies, buddy cop movies from 2000 to 2009. So get ready, strap in. We're gonna pick out some movies. We're gonna rate them in the FMK style, and you guys could rate these movies too and throw them in the comments as well. So
Yeah.
my Mary for buddy cop films for 2000 2009 is 2003's Bad Boys 2. So Bad Boys 2 starring Martin Lawrence, Will Smith, the Michael Bay action extravaganza, right? So like I said, it comes out in 2003. Um IMDb the rating is at a 6.6 out of 10, and the Rotten Tomatoes, I want to bring this up cuz it's a little interesting. The Rotten Tomatoes, we got the tomato meter is at 23%, but the popcorn meter is at 78%. So that's kind of the story of this movie. You know, when this movie came out, a lot of people were a little turned off by it. You know, it made a lot of money, but over the years, some people went sour on it, just thinking like it's just the humor is just in bad taste. It's a little too much. It's a little just too overindulgent. You know, it's Michael Bay just doing too much of Michael Bay. But for me, this movie is like it's so bad it's great. You know, it's not a so bad it's good. For me, it's a so bad it's great because it is Michael Bay doing too much, but it's the best of Michael Bay doing too much. I think when Michael Bay gets a little crazy and really starts going off the walls is when we get into like the later Transformer movies. But Bad Boys 2 and movies like Armageddon and The Island, that this era of Michael Bay I think is like peak Michael Bay. And for him to like reunite with Martin Lawrence and Will Smith, the guys that he like started off his career with, for them to all like get back together to make like this like awesome like big Hollywood action piece. Everybody was waiting for it, and it delivered for me. Like I said, the action might be a little overstuffed, and it is for sometimes, but I'm never like I need to like turn this off. For example, the chase scene on the freeway, that thing goes for at least 25 minutes. We go from like a parking lot, there's a shootout in like underneath the freeway bridge, and then we get the causeway chase. Do you remember that where they're chasing them with the freeway and the bad guys are like letting off the cars off the like the delivery truck? Do you remember that?
Oh yeah, yeah. Everything was getting slung around. Yep. Was
Mm.
the wasn't the that with the boat getting slung around?
Yes. So yeah, at the end, like a boat flies off a truck, and it's just
Yeah. Yep.
madness, and it's a little too much, but I mean, you remember that stuff, and it's an action movie, and so yeah, for me, like this movie's just always fun. There are parts where maybe the jokes maybe they go too much with the jokes, but the movie is that's what the movie is. The movie is a Martin Lawrence buddy action cop movie, and that's exactly what it delivers. Action, lots of comedy. Like it has like little pieces where it breaks off and does like these little comedy bits. With Martin and Will, where the scene specifically that stands out to me is when they go into like a DVD shop and they're looking over film footage, and then they got to go into like the back room and discuss something, and the scene gets played out like they're like partners together, and then the whole there's just a whole scene that plays out, and it's hilarious. You guys seen it if you guys haven't seen Bad Boys 2, go see Bad Boys 2. So yeah, Bad Boys 2, just like I said, a lot of people think it has a lot, and I think that's okay. I think it has a lot, but that's fine with me. Um, Letterbox score has it at a 3.3 out of 5. I think that's more kind of like what I have it as. I think I kind of like I agree with the IMDb score of the 6.6 out of 10. The Rotten Tomatoes 23% is kind of crazy. I'm with the popcorn meter with the 78%. So the critics don't like it. I think general audiences like this. A lot of action heads like this. I love it. And so for my action movie, buddy cop movies for 2000 to 2009, this is on my my fuck Mary kill list. Um,
Nice.
what are your thoughts
Yeah,
on Bad Boys 2 when you saw it?
I'm usually due at a 10 myself when I'm rating them. But I was a huge fan of the first Bad Boys. Always look forward to this one. This one came out. This I'm just looking through some of the filmography for for Michael Bay, and I'm thinking this is when maybe like the some of his corniness started. Cause like you would just be watching the movie and be like, oh, all right, like that's kind of corny, or that's a little crazy or out there, and then that's when it really started to kick in with like Transformers,
Mm-hmm.
like you said, and after that. So I agree. I'm just like I said, I was a huge fan of the first one. I really enjoyed this one. I mean, I like the other ones, but really wasn't as big of a fan. So
Yeah.
other than that, I mean, I would probably be closer to around a 6 on that. Just because I would put the first one over it.
You would?
Yeah, I would put the first I would put the first Bad Boys over the second one all day long.
I thought about that, and I don't, because I think this one really goes for it and does almost a little bit what the first, like if this one is basically a remake of the first one, but just almost trying to do it better. You know, it's almost like Terminator 2 is sort of like Terminator 1, just a little bit just rehashed and done just like with a bigger budget. Like that's what I feel like Bad Boys 2 is. So that's why for me I was like, huh. I was like, is it better than Bad Boys 2? Like what does bad like I was trying to think like what does Bad Boys 1 do better than Bad Boys 2?
I see Bad Boys 2 cast. Bad Boys 1 was funnier. It wasn't corny at all. It was just funny. It was good comedy, but it was also mixed with good action and a good enough plot to carry the movie.
Yeah, I mean that might be it. Like it had good
Yeah,
comedy and it wasn't over like it didn't have that overdoneness that is like it wasn't overcooked. I guess like
yeah.
the kids would say.
You also had Tay Leone. You had the guy that played Fouché. Yeah, Nestor Serrano was in it.
Yeah, you had a lot more of Joey
Michael
Pants.
Imperioli was in it. Like there were some good actors in it.
Yeah, Joey Pants had a bigger role, the captain. Yeah, it seemed like there
Yeah,
was a little bit more a better storyline between the two guys. Where in the second one, the storyline where Will Smith's secret is like him like dating the sister seems a little forced. Um, and so that doesn't play as well as the other one where it's like they got to switch roles, right? And Will's like living in his house, like that plays a little bit better. And um, yeah, so I think you're right. Where maybe the Bad Boys first one is a bit better.
slightly above average. So yeah, I'd be just below IMDb on this.
Yeah, same. Let's just check out the box office numbers. Mm, I also wanted to say that this movie comes out 8 years after the original Bad Boys.
Yeah. Oh, everyone waited forever. We waited forever for this.
Yeah. So there goes your opening weekend. You get it comes out number one. Pirates of the Caribbean, Black Pearl is number two. That also came out that week. So Bad Boys 2 actually beats out Pirates of the Caribbean in its first week. So that's pretty impressive. Mm, and just check this out. Check out this summer that Bad Boys 2 comes out. You got Terminator 3, you got Finding Nemo, Legally Blonde, Charlie's Angels, 28 Days Later, Italian Job, Bruce Almighty, The Hulk, Too Fast, Too Furious, The Matrix, and X2's down there.
Actually, I think the ones I'm most surprised at would have probably been which Matrix was it?
This was Reloaded.
I'm
This
probably most surprised at
this is
probably
Matrix Reloaded. This is its 14th week in theaters, by the way.
I'm more so oh
This
oh oh okay.
yeah, so this is when movies were like so yeah, this number right here is when the weeks that the movie's out. So
Gotcha.
these two. So Pirates actually technically, I'm sorry. This is Pirates' first week out already. So it's already been 1 week out, and this is Bad Boys release day.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Dang, that's crazy.
pretty nutty. Um, Totals for the box office. A budget of $130 million. Wow. Back in 2003, that's a fucking lot of money, man. That's not including probably marketing. That's a lot of money, and it makes
And they
273 worldwide. Makes a little bit of scratch. I don't know if it actually
not
makes.
domestic.
Yeah, I don't know if it makes a killing because you got to remember, like I said, there's you got to attach marketing to that, and movie theaters get like a bit of cut of that. So for the movie theaters, for the movie company to make their money back, I don't know. Might have been close. Might have been why they see it Bad Boys 3 for a long time. So
Yeah, that's true.
let me see. Is there any other tidbits on Bad Boys 2 that I could throw out? Any other thoughts when you were looking at that there? Anything just jump out at you when we talked about
No, I
Bad
don't
Boys
think so.
2? Any memories?
I don't think so. Like I said, the first one did it for me. I like the second one also. Third was okay, and then the last one I was like, well,
Right, right, right.
I, I could have went without it.
Yeah, I remember some of the thing also besides the overcookedness. I remember people just not liking some of like the gross out humor. So like the body parts or like the part when they're in the mortuary. I remember that being something that threw a lot of people off, and it's like a type of humor that people were kind of like frowned upon.
People are such babies
I liked the mortuary scene and
too.
the
People are such babies.
I like that part, and I thought that chase scene where the bodies are falling out. I thought that was almost a better chase scene than, like I said, the earlier chase scene. That's a little bit too much. Like it almost drags on for way too long. Where the mortuary scene, yeah, it's a little goofy with the fucking bodies falling out of the van, but it really the two characters have like something to do there. Like there's actually something going on, and the story is actually starting to like unfold and take place in that scene. And so yeah,
So they
that's
can't. So they can't laugh at that. That means what? They can't watch Men in Black.
yeah, yeah, right.
Like
Yeah, because that
it's
movie
so
could.
ridiculous.
Yeah, I know. I could see like there's some parts in the movie where like there's the violence, the way it's played with the humor. I could see that turning some people off. Like there's parts where I don't know if you remember at the very end, spoilers, where one of the bad guys falls into a landmine and he just like blows up. And it's like kind of done like kind of comically, and like the
It's
like this,
awesome.
yeah, it is awesome, and it's done comically because it's done like so like overtly, like so like over the top, and so that part where he's like, now that's how you shoot, that's how that we get that payoff, because we just
Yeah,
saw something like so crazy ridiculous, and then the two of them are gonna go into their ridiculous Martin and Will thing. So I love it. That's
yeah.
my bet.
They're too. I can't. I can't. People are gonna cry about that for sense of humor or for that's crazy.
Yeah, I think I love it. So it's my Mary. Yeah, we'll do a Mary first.
Sounds good. Let me know when you're ready.
Yeah, I'm all set. Ready to go.
So this is going to be my Mary. I'm gonna go ahead and pick out of the box a little bit here. I know there's some other movies that other people might like, but my Mary is gonna be Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. This movie was fantastic. You have Robert Downey Jr., who plays Harry in the movie, Val Kilmer, who actually plays a gay private investigator called Gay Perry. And then you also have Michelle Monaghan, and she plays Robert Downey Jr.'s childhood crush, Harmony. This was really good. The It's not really a buddy cop film at first. It ends up being that, but they work together pretty much the entire time,
Yeah.
throughout the entire movie. Robert Downey Jr. plays a thief who was He's a thief. He was doing a robbery. He goes to get away because it's a botched robbery, and he ends up stumbling into this movie audition, and he actually ends up getting the part because he thinks that he's actually got caught and being investigated. So the way he plays back and forth was really good. He ends up meeting, and throughout this whole movie, just it's him and Val Kilmer trying to figure out this high profile murder, and the whole time they're either getting in trouble or causing issues the entire movie, and to figure it all out. And then they meet up with Michelle Monaghan, who again plays Robert Downey Jr.'s childhood crush, and she gets part of it also. So this movie was really good. The plot was the plot and the script were solid.
Yeah.
Great dialogue, super funny.
Yeah, it is.
Robert Downey Jr. And Val Kilmer, they have amazing scenes together, and they're funny and witty and sarcastic, but they play off each other really well. The
Iconic.
entire movie,
These are like iconic
iconic.
roles for them.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, he's like, even one of the lines, he goes, oh, what did he tell him? He goes, oh, look up the word idiot in the dictionary. You know what you'll find? Robert Downey Jr. is like, oh, a picture of me. He's like, no, the definition of the word idiot, which you clearly fucking are, and
Yeah.
then just walks away. But the way he delivers it, the way they go face to face, I'm telling you, the whole movie's really good.
It's really good. Yeah, and the chemistry between
Um,
them is good.
and then you have Robert Downey Jr. and Monahan, where they have their scenes together, and for her being, I guess maybe I would call her a second supporting character. Um, them two bounced off each other really well. You would think that they were the main characters at times, and then you would also think that Robert Downey Jr. and Val Kilmer were the main characters at times, just because of how they all played off of each other.
Hmm.
And like I said, super funny movie, really good comedy in it. The crime it's a little cool crime. Some parts are cringy, and some parts are, what was this, 2000 and
2005.
2005. So go back a little bit, but altogether,
Yeah,
for me,
this.
really great movie. The chemistry was really good between them all.
Yeah, yeah. Like you said, that it might be cringy. There might be parts that might be considered cringy, but that's because like the movie has like this little like heart, it has heart. There's a heart to
Yeah.
the movie. Like you said, there's Robert Downey Jr. The the motivation is his like a childhood like crush. So right there, like the motivation's like very innocent and comes from like this very like just innocent light place. And so the movie like kind of takes on that, even though it has like um it takes on this the form of like a film noir, like a film mystery, like kind of like dark mystery, but it has the comedy, and like I said, it has this lightness and the chemistry between Val Kilmer and Robert De Niro. I mean Robert De Niro, Robert Downey Jr. Sorry, is really really good. Like they're like a they're like a team, like a star, not a Starsky and Hutch, but what was the guy's names? Steve McQueen and the other guy, Butch Cassidy.
Like best oh, and a
They're like a
Sundance Kid.
Yeah, they're like a Butch Cassidy and Sundance Kid. They're just like you love to see them up on screen together. I would love to see these two on screen together and do like the same like kind of like role that they did in this one. It doesn't have to be, but like I wish we would have gotten more from these two. Is I guess
Well,
basically what I'm saying.
I mean, spoiler if you haven't seen this movie, sorry, it came out in '05. But if I mean, they both become private investigators. I mean, they
That's
could
right.
have brought out. I mean, in all honesty, after you see this movie, if you haven't seen it, and if you have seen it, you know it already. It was it was like a mix for the comedy. It was a mix between like some of it was stupid comedy, some of it was smart comedy. Um,
But there's serious parts.
but it no, but it's serious parts, but it's also their delivery. The way they like went back and forth, the way they made the jokes, the way they said the jokes, the tone in their voice, it's a pretty good comedy all around. But this could have been like, I mean, you could have done like a Lethal Weapon and made three movies out of this.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I
Like
mean.
that's how
Like I
good
would
they
have
were
loved to have
together.
seen these two together. I would have watched them like solve more like private detective type crimes. Like keep
So
yeah.
it's funny you actually say that. So did a little research. Bones got to do some research a little bit. Got
Hell
to see
yeah.
somewhat legit. So, uh, couple things with this. First off, Robert Downey Jr. The studio, I'll let you guess it. The studio originally wanted, do you know who to play his role?
I'm just gonna say Tom Cruise.
No, it was actually Johnny Knoxville. The studio was originally pushing for Johnny Knoxville to play his role.
Whoa.
And that would have absolutely destroyed the movie. And then for Val Kilmer, who do you think almost signed on to play Gay Perry? Which I don't know how you can get anyone better than Val Kilmer to play this.
Oh man.
You're still blown away by Johnny Knoxville.
Yeah, a little bit. Okay, let's say Ethan Hawke.
Oh, so they were already in talks before they signed Val Kilmer, and ended up signing Val Kilmer over Harrison Ford.
Harrison Ford and Johnny Knoxville.
Yeah,
Wow.
that would have been that would have been a completely different movie. You wouldn't have been seeing this. These are one of the. I'm trying to stay out of the box. This is not a movie that's overly known, or anything like that, or people talk about. But
Yeah,
it's
because they're
pretty
not
crazy who was supposed
necessarily
to play them.
cops, right? Is
They're
Val
not
Kilmer a
necessarily.
cop or is he a
He's a
private eye?
private. He's a private investigator.
Right.
So this was actually Robert Downey Jr.'s big comeback role.
Yeah.
It's the first movie he got after coming off all like the bad press and the drug stuff and all that kind of stuff. And so John Favreau actually saw this movie, and I was watching an interview with Robert Downey Jr. and he said that the movie was seen by John Favreau, and he thought that he would be able to fulfill a Marvel role. So this is what ended up getting him as Iron Man.
Yeah. Yeah, like he saw this and this kind of prompted him to cast him or at least give him the shot to cast him or to
Yes.
give him a casting because he did audition. Everybody,
Yep.
there's audition tapes of him trying out for Iron Man.
And then Michelle Monaghan, she wasn't well known when this movie came out, but after the movie she got came out, she actually got a couple of lead roles. She was in Mission Impossible 3 and Source Code,
Yeah,
which was another great movie.
yeah, yeah. I remember her in Mission Impossible 3, and I remember that being like a pretty big jumping off point for her because after that you see her in a lot of stuff.
And I didn't really do anything for Val Kilmer because he's Val Kilmer.
Yeah, and then he ended up getting a little sick after that, right? Unfortunately.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, at least we always got him in Maverick.
Always got him in Maverick.
That's nice.
Quick and the Dead.
It's the little things. R.I.P. Val Kilmer.
What was it? Tombstone?
Tombstone?
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm your
Tombstone.
Huckleberry.
Accidentally said uh, Quick and the Dead.
Yeah, Tombstone, Batman Forever, Heat, The
He brought.
Doors.
I loved his version of the Doors.
Yeah. Yeah, I like The Doors.
I thought he played a really good role in that one as well. So
And
yeah, so
I like his Batman.
my overall, just to finish off here, at least my part of it, I would actually give this a 7.25.
Ooh, really?
Yep.
7.25.
And this is why I say that the ones I'm picking aren't well known. Look at these numbers, dude.
Mm-hmm.
It had a 15 million budget and it did 15.7 worldwide.
Yeah. That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
I wonder if it made money back, because this is still the era of DVDs and rentals.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So hopefully, because this movie definitely had word of mouth, and a lot of people talked about this movie. And this is,
If
I don't think you're the only one to say like this movie's on like their Mary list. This is a good movie.
Yeah, definitely want to be out of the box for the 1 or 10 or 100 or a million people that ever listen to this video. Take a listen to this, or take a watch of this movie. It's a solid movie.
Yeah.
So yeah, 7.25. It is hard to get over seven or more in my rating system, but I would be marrying it at 725.
Yeah, you're tough. Ooh, look at how this premiered. It must have not have premiered in too many theaters because it premieres in 31.
And it agreed at 8 theaters.
Wow. Oh, yeah. Okay, there you go.
Came out in eight
So that
theaters.
must have not have been its opening weekend then. Couldn't have been. Might have been like a limited release at first. Hmm. Okay.
Impact it probably went straight to DVD at some point.
Yeah. Yeah, it just says opening 8 theaters. Oh shit. What's up with that?
What's interesting is the International did 11.
Hmm.
I wish I knew how many theaters were international.
Yeah, I don't know if can I see that? I don't know if I could see that.
Man,
Hmm. Nah, it just shows like where it made some money. United Kingdom made the most.
I mean, it made 500,000 a week for 8 weeks, and they shelved it, bro.
Yeah. Well, like you said
Right?
though, it's got two guys that the studios at that time are probably not really too behind. Like you
Yeah.
said at that time, Robert Downey Jr. is coming off his troubled past and stuff like that, so he's on the road to making his comeback. And as you pointed out, this is what gets him noticed by Jon Favreau to be an Iron Man. And Val Kilmer's had his issues on set and off camera as well. So unfortunately, like you said, we don't see him too much after this either. But this is one of his greats. This is definitely one that I think a lot of people remember him by.
Yeah.
Good pick, buddy.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Good
I
pick.
will do a little deep dive.
It was a good one. I like that movie. All right. Oh shit, I gotta go, huh? So for my fuck, which basically is like our version of just a movie that is kind of middle of the road. We like it. We could love it, but it's not necessarily like at the very, very top of our list. It's just something that it could even be something that we're not even too fond of, but we want to give like a little love. But in this case, this is a movie that is pretty high on the top of my list as far as like buddy cop movies, and I wanted to throw in like a buddy cop comedy action movie in here. And so this movie has a lot of action, but this definitely is an action comedy and definitely has the two best buddy action comedy duos that you could find, Ben Stiller and Owen Wilson. I mean,
Solid.
can you find a better like buddy cop duo to do comedy and to do a comedy about a show that takes place in the 70s, which around this time we get two of these types of movies. We get Starsky and Hutch, a movie remake of a 1970s TV show. And then I forget if it's before this or later on, but we also get a movie remake of is it Dukes of Hazzard? Yeah, Dukes of Hazzard with Johnny Knoxville and Scott. Oh, I forget his name.
Worth it.
Scott Wilson. Don't know.
That
Anywho,
sounded like you made it up.
yeah. I forget his name. He's Stifler in American Pie. But anywho, Starsky and Hutch comes out 2004 action comedy. I wanted to point out its running time because I think these days, like a lot of movies, running times, they're getting a little out of control with making movies a little too long. And so this being an action movie that is just a little bit over, an hour and a half, I think is perfect for an action comedy. Maybe even a little bit too long. I think an hour and a half is probably the sweet spot for an action comedy. But before when I talked about Bad Boys 2, I think that's my only gripe with Bad Boys 2, that it is maybe a little bit too long. In that case, it being overstuffed, it is a little long in the runtime. Whereas Starsky and Hutch, I think the runtime, it gets it right. Apparently, with the audiences, it's got like the IMDb, you get a 6 out of 10. I give it a 6 I think is solid. Yeah, I think a 6 is solid. Rotten Tomatoes, 63%, I think is okay too. Like I said, Owen Wilson and Ben Stiller in this is pretty great. Ben Stiller is really on fire around this time. He's coming off a lot of movies, and so is Owen Wilson. Owen Wilson is just in everything, and Vince Vaughn is just he's. What I want to say about Vince Vaughn is the type of bad guy he plays, because in this movie the bad guy could get played and get messed up, because he could play the bad guy as like really like mustache twirly and over the top and kind of like almost like a cartoon, but he's like really like menacing and kind of dark and violent, and like you are kind of like scared of him and you don't know what he's going to do next, and it does kind of put our characters in jeopardy. So that's really good to have like a good antagonist, like a good like bad guy, because it keeps and makes the movie interesting, and it keeps like it brings stakes to the movie. And this is a movie, like, you know, it's an action comedy, so there's really not much to it. The plot of it is really thin. It's a little dumb. You know, the beginning of it is Vince Vaughn's loses like one of his planes just like out of nowhere, and so you know we go from there. So the plot is pretty thin, but you know the characters and the chemistry that they have together. And Todd Phillips, the director of this, who Todd Phillips, director of Old School and The Joker, and unfortunately Joker 2. This is Todd Phillips, one of his last comedy movies. Really good action. They do some really cool stuff with the car. If you know anything about Starsky and Hutch, it's you know it's based on like having an excellent car chase scene within the show. I mean, that was basically the show, is just like a dumb cop show where it was just gonna have like a cool car chase somewhere in there. And so this movie delivers with some cool car chases, some cool car stunts, little trivia. Ben Stiller actually went to driving school to do like his own driving, but unfortunately, like insurance and producers, he wasn't allowed to do any of his own driving. So that's none of Ben Stiller's driving in that movie. So, yeah, what are your thoughts on Starsky and Hutch?
Well, all right. First off, I'm going to disagree with you. I think you're rating it too low at a six. I'm not going to remain like I wouldn't do it tremendously higher, but I think it deserves a better grade.
That's fair.
um, this movie was fucking hilarious, and if you didn't see this movie, you need to see it tonight. I don't care what you're doing. I don't care who you're seeing. Get them over. Watch the movie. You'll cry laughing. It's different types of comedy. There's some slapstick in there. Um, there's like really good quips in there.
Right.
Just the whole type of movie was great. The chemistry between both of them always fantastic, and they played it just as good as the original Starsky and Hutch was.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I mean, oh my god, the disco scene. This
A lot
movie
of
was
classic scenes. A lot of classic scenes.
yeah.
Like that disco dance off scene is classic.
That
You could go on
disco dance.
YouTube. It's like it's everywhere. Yeah.
It takes the coke. Oh my god, yo, this movie was great. I mean, I'm probably more towards like just because I'm a fan of it myself. I've probably seen it at least 10 times. I would probably give it more towards like a 6.9.
Yeah, you see, I was just gonna say like I want to give it a seven, but I was like, I don't know if I give it a seven. But
6.9, and usually I say if it's like a 6.5 or above, that's where I'll start to say those are like must see comedies.
yeah, you know, fuck it, I'll give it a seven. I'll go ahead. It's, I mean, it is my fuck, so
This movie was fucking hilarious.
it's so funny.
And
The
you had Vince Vaughn on top of it, like all his dialogue is funny.
hmm
The whole
But
there's
he's
so
not
many
played
scenes.
for like laughs. It's not played like he's not a joke in it. You know, he's not
That's
like
the
a.
thing. Like he's not a joke, but he just makes it funny.
Mhm.
Um,
Even
bro, this guy,
it's, you know, as you see Snoop Dogg, you know, Snoop Dogg is not like a parody of like what you think. Obviously it's Snoop Dogg playing a pimp, but it's not really that
it's
bad. You know, he's actually like
it's
on
not a
the cop
slapstick
side,
pimp,
you know,
like, yeah.
spoilers. You know, so
It's not
everything
like that
just
slapstick kind of like comedy and dumb like he plays a good like Snoop is good, bro. He's funny, he's good. It's not like, oh yeah, of course they throw this marijuana, this weed guy in there. It's like, no, he's a solid role in it.
Right. Yeah, he even does like he even like manages like something with weed, something to do with weed, but it's not really the movie's main focus, you know? And so
But
the
let me see the rest of the cast.
nothing is sorry, nothing seems like forced. You know, like their relationship doesn't seem forced. The comedy bits don't
Oh,
seem forced. There's
these
some
are
parts
fast.
like maybe that part right there where they do the Easy Rider bit.
Those are, oh god,
This shit with the do it.
bro, this movie is deadly. This movie is deadly.
Oh, I know you love that. Every time when Ben Stiller does like a karate move, I think of you with the doing the
Ugh,
can you deal with
karate.
that?
Yeah, and these two were together in Zoolander. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, they're great.
Like, come on. Who is? Let me see the rest of the. Let me see something here. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Jason Bateman was in it.
Jason Bateman's a side character. Like he's like Vince Vaughn's
Carmen
like,
Electra.
oh, the
Carmen
girls,
Electra.
forget about it. Smoke shows.
Well, who
Um,
was the other
this
Juliette Lewis? Who was the other guy? Who was the
the
other
other this girl plays the best interrogation scene I've ever seen in my life.
ever? Ever.
You know?
Patton Oswalt. Who was the other one that picked on Ben Stiller, and he was also one of the cops.
Oh, Chris Penn.
Chris Penn, yes, that's it.
Yeah, Chris Penn. R.I.P. Chris
Oh,
Penn.
there he is, behind
Where is he?
below Carmen Electra.
Oh yeah,
There
there
he
he
is.
is. Yep, Chris
Oh,
Manetti.
they look like a young picture too.
Yeah, they chose a young pitcher. Fucking
Yeah,
ass.
I'm actually, yeah, I would do.
You
I
know
would
who
probably
else?
do a 6'9" on this one.
You know who else is in there? We got to mention Will Ferrell. His part as being like the the inmate.
Dragon. He plays Dragon, yeah.
He plays the inmate who Ben Stiller, Starsky, and Owen's character have to go get information from, and in the exchange, uh, Will Ferrell makes them do like some questionable sexual poses in order to get
Getting the dragon pose.
yeah, just great stuff. I mean, like I said, that cast: Ben Stiller, Owen Wilson, Vince Vaughn, Jason Bateman, you know, Chris
Oh,
Penn.
Snoop Dogg's name is Huggy Bear.
Yes,
Like it doesn't get it. Come on.
Fred Williamson's the character. Juliet Lewis is like the bad chick. You know, she plays a great character. Like so, yeah. Everybody just really having a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun watching it, so that's why this is my focus on my fuck Mary Kill list for action movies, action buddy cop movies from 2000 2009. Let's just check out box
We got a
office.
live. We got you to do a live rating bump.
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
I changed up on right
first
here.
time.
So yeah.
Put in the
Once
comments who you like, whose ratings are better.
I'm sorry?
So put in the comments whose ratings are better.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And yes, like I said, if in the comments, if you guys want to put in your own movies, try to so if you guys want to see the list that we picked from is just on Wikipedia. Buddy Cop Films 2000s. And we just kind of went through this list and
Now, listen, for everyone, I'm gonna tell you the one movie it doesn't have, and no, it's not considered a buddy cop film. Training Day.
mhm, I agree.
They ain't buddies.
They're not buddies. They don't intend to be buddies. Even though like, you know, the buddy cop trope is like they're not always supposed to like be partners, but no, that's definitely not the point of Training Day. You know, if I would have saw it on this list, I would have considered it. But
Yeah.
to be honest, I'm happy with my
Uh,
picks.
Yep.
I think my pick. I think the buddy cop um, genre. When we think about the buddy cop genre, we're thinking more of like Lethal Weapon type
Yeah.
movies. You know, the Bad Boy type movies, and that's why Bad Boys
This
Two is my Mary because that's like
this was a solid pick. Even the rush hours were solid picks if you wanted to do that.
yeah yeah
Those were
Rush
all
Hour.
solid. I
Yep.
mean, the Hot Fuzz was up. I mean, these are all solid movies here.
Correct. Yeah, Hot Fuzz. I mean, we were on the fence about Hot Fuzz, Men in Black
Yeah.
movies.
Yeah, how do you not pick other movies? I mean, I think everyone's gonna have different opinions. Again, I think we're both just trying to be a little bit different,
Mm-hmm.
but love to see what other people think.
Yeah, so put in the comments what your picks are for just pick what you want to like, what you want to see, what you were
Let's
into.
jump
So
jump
let's
back into this box office.
you got it. Um did I mess up here? No.
I don't know, you're just on the box office.
Sorry.
There we go.
Okay, yeah. So Starsky and Hutch, box office, budget. Look at the budgets so far that we're seeing, right? I mean, besides Bad Boys 2, like all under 100 million. And this one makes a good about a good bit of scratch. 170. Um oh wow. So the weekend it comes out, it hits number 2, it loses to Passion of the Christ.
Oof.
Not bad. Not a bad loss, but not a
There's
lot of
nothing else great down there.
not a lot of competition from anything else. Not
Actually, I'm
like,
kind of surprised. Well, that's 9 weeks. Mystic River's been out already. Yeah,
not a lot there. It,
that's still, dude. That's a high number, 9 mil.
yeah. And 170 for back then, that's a fucking good amount of money for an action comedy released in March,
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
and it's PG-13 too, so it's for the whole family.
Go see the fucking movie.
Go see it.
See it. Yep.
Yeah, go for it, buddy.
All right, so this is going to be my not too well known, out of the box. Fuck. All right. This movie is Narc. So cast of this is going to be Jason Patrick, who plays Nick Tellis, detective. And then you're going to have Ray Liotta, who plays Henry Oak, who is the other detective in the movie. This movie was produced by Ray Liotta. Plot of this, Jason Patrick basically plays an undercover narcotics detective that gets fired after accidentally shooting a pregnant woman during a police chase.
Oof.
He's brought back in to investigate the death of another narcotics detective who was partners with Ray Liotta. So he's basically now going to partner up with Ray Liotta, try and figure out how this or what happened to this guy that he got killed. This movie's fucking. This movie is like
Dark.
this is a nice dark. It's a dark movie, really good movie. It's an easy plot. It's a good script. You have a little twist. There's actually the character development is actually pretty deep. Leota and Jason Patrick have some like really great one-on-ones and some intense one-on-one scenes, which is pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. It's like a gritty, cold movie. But so it's gonna like you'll see like even in the trailer how like there's like grayish, bluish, greenish kind of tones to it at
Yeah,
points.
yeah. Especially
Even
these
here,
flashbacks.
yeah. And then you're gonna see where there's more colorful moments, and the colorful moments are usually when he's with his wife, like there.
Mm-hmm.
And these are like that break helps break up the movie between like this cold grittiness, and then like you have like these softer moments in the movie, but it helps you like relate with the cops more and what it's like and the types of choices they have to make, which is really what the movie comes down to being about. And the way it ends, like doesn't tell you, but it tells you, but it doesn't tell you at the same time.
Yeah.
So really solid movie. Leota, he put on like 25 pounds for this role.
Oh, really?
And then actually, I'll hold off on that side note. So for this, I'm gonna say this is still definitely a must see. Though it's not in the comedy genre, I do rate it differently. Usually, it's my 6 and up is worth a watch. This I would say is worth a watch and maybe even worth a second watch. Like I said, this is a pretty good movie, so I would give this one a 6.5.
6.5, huh? Yeah.
6.5 on this one.
Yeah, I agree. I remember watching this and I really liked I remember thinking, yes, it is pretty dark, um, and pretty grim, right? There's not like a lot of like uplifting parts of this movie, but it's a really just well done, like gritty cop movie, like action
Yeah.
cop movie. It's not like a lot of like crazy action going on. It's like more of like action thriller. You know, there's some little action set pieces. Like you said in the beginning, kicks off like this really, really awesome foot chase. That like this handheld foot chase that like, and like you also said, it's filmed, the way it's filmed is like in this what I think they called the process uh either I think they called the process bleach bypass. And so like basically when they put the film through like a chemical process, they skip something. And so skipping that process makes the film like have that look. I think that's the process. I could be wrong on that. There's another process that they might have used, but either way, they used a lot of different ways to film the movie to kind of like separate future, um, from the past to present. These guys, like you said, Jason, no, Jason
Sure.
Patrick. He plays an undercover cop, so you see parts of his life like flashback to, but the parts that like where he's a cop, those parts are seen like through this more gritty lens. And then like you said, the parts where he's family, there's more color. It's a little bit more normal, kind of like cinematic experience. So kind of a breather from the rest of the movie, like which is more like harsh and just like blue and just really hard colors. But yeah,
Yeah,
the
and
movie is really
it's
good. And I wanted to ask you, I'm sorry, but what did you think of like because we're talking about buddy cop, like buddy, the buddy dynamic in these movies. What did you think of the relationship between the two characters and how that's played out and where that goes? Because they're hiding, there's like a little bit, one of them is hiding a secret from the other one, right? Or they both are.
y- yeah, the thing is this, it's it's they're undercover narcotic agents. Like they're like deep in the shit, and Jason Patrick um comes out. I mean, the beginning of the movie, he's coming out of being undercover, like deep undercover, and he done fuck like he's done some shit.
Yeah, he messed
So
up, right? Like you said, he
yeah,
the pregnant lady gets accidentally shot in
but
that foot
yeah, but I
chase.
think if I remember correctly, he might have done some drugs at one point or something.
Yes.
So I mean, yeah, they're undercover narcotics agents. I mean, it gets into it. It's like it feels more real, more like a guerrilla style, gritty in there. There, it's like, hey, I don't want a partner. Well, I gotta be your partner, but I'm not really your partner because I gotta figure this stuff out. But you're gonna help me, so we're partners. So
Hmm.
they played off each other well enough to carry each other's character. Like, it
Yeah.
wasn't supposed to be like buddy buddy. It was supposed to be like, get along with you as much as I really need to get along with you.
Right.
But also, it's funny you brought up the opening chase. So looked into that a little bit. That opening chase scene, you listen, you turn this movie on, you'll get thrown right into this fucking movie, and you're running, bro. You're in a chase, dude. Okay,
Yeah.
you're in a chase some cop shit, and I mean it is foot pounding. You like feel it feels like an actual chase, and again, Bones got to do some research. On the first day that they film that chase, okay,
Hmm.
the cameraman after the first rehearsal quit.
Oh.
So they actually had to build a special harness, and the only person that can keep up with Jason Patrick and carry this harness and film it was a stuntman. So that whole opening scene of that chase and gunshot and all that, which is fucking bro, it's
It's
I mean,
visceral.
you're seeing needles stuck in, like it's surreal. It's like it's surreal.
Yeah, it's
It
hardcore.
wakes you up.
It's
But
hardcore.
it's all filmed by a stuntman who they said, yeah, they had to build this harness so he'd be able to wear it because he was the only person that was able to keep up with him, and they filmed it pretty quick and just went with that guerrilla style because they liked the way it looked.
Yeah, they're running at full clip.
Yeah,
Full clip, just like through a park, over a fence, I believe. And
yeah,
yeah,
guy rehearsed him and was like, I'm done.
it's hardcore, yeah.
One more quick side note: are you able to pull? Were you playing the trailer on it? Oh yeah, you were before.
I had the
Um,
IMDb trailer.
One little more side note on it. So, Ray Liotta is one of the producers.
Uh huh.
This movie was supposed to go straight to DVD,
Hmm.
but Penelope Cruz saw it, and she was dating Tom Cruise at the time. And Tom Cruise met up with Liotta and spoke to him about it, and he was basically the one that got like the wheels greased, as some would say, and got the interest going and got the theatrical release.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's interesting. Good for him.
So Tom Cruise is listed on there as a producer now.
Oh yeah, look, Cruz and Wagner Productions, Paramount Pictures. That makes sense. Filmed in Detroit. Bravo.
Bravo, Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
Ooh, we got the budget right here. Nice. So budget 6.5. Wow, look at that. Talk about guerrilla filmmaking.
Yeah.
Fuck me, that's crazy.
Yeah, solid fucking movie, man. If you like cop movies, definitely see this movie. Worth it. Got great action. It's great real time. I would put it. I would say for a more recent movie that people might have seen, if you saw maybe if you saw, you know, I would say it's a mix of Training Day and End of Watch. But if End of Watch wasn't like the first person view most of the time.
Yeah, yeah. I haven't really seen a movie like this in really since it. Like you said, the grittiness is really unique. I mean, look, we grew up during the '90s, so we've seen some gritty action movies. You know, King of New York, Juice, movies like that. But this is different. Like you said, you actually see like the drug use and like the toll that it takes on like the people and the families, and even through like the criminal perspective, like everything is just like downbeat. Like nobody's having a good time. There's no like winners in this movie. Like it's all kind of like it takes place in like this really bleak kind of world, and kind of
Yeah.
tells like the situation the way it is. And like you said, coming trying to bring it back to like the buddy cop thing, their buddy cop relationship is kind of played very realistically. Like they're two guys that really don't know how to be partners with anybody else, and then they're put in the situation where they have to be partners with each other. And so that's where like that like head butting type of thing that comes into play in a lot of buddy cop movies that comes here. But they're both like really good cops, and they both really want to like stop like the drug use and like the thing that's like corrupting their town and corrupting their city. And
They don't want to be evil.
right, they don't want to be evil. They don't want to be
Yeah.
doing the things that kind of led them down like these dark paths, right? Like even Jason Patrick, he's like regretful of like the things that he's done, and Ray Liotta's no angel either. And so yeah, they're both conflicted with these sort of things, but they really want to like eliminate like drugs and crime from like their city. Like they're cops through and through.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll do my last synopsis would be um good plot, decent script, good acting, um the chemistry and back and forth really good. Good action, gritty, cold, definitely worth a see. Uh,
Wow, didn't get like a big release.
and
Independent,
my
I didn't
thing is also
guess.
yeah, and my well, that's it was supposed to go to DVD, just straight to DVD first,
That's right.
and that's my thing, and that's why just generally, if I'm comedy, I usually kind of take out of it, but just in general, movie wise, for a seven, once you start hitting the sevens, it really starts to count on rewatchability.
Yeah.
Now, Starsky and Hutch, I could watch 100 times. It's just a personal favorite. I'd still do it a 6, 9, and not a seven, but maybe I contradict a little bit. But for this, I would say I rewatched it a couple times. I'd still say a 6.5. I think it's a pretty fair score.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, how many times? Unless you're fucked up like me, how many times are you gonna watch it?
I remember watching this a lot back in the day when it first came out. But nowadays, yeah, it's a rough sit because it's so like bleak and dark. But
Yeah, it's not like, oh, I'm gonna
there's
go watch an
scenes.
arc today. Oh, I'm gonna go home and watch an arc today. Oh, I'm gonna go home and watch, like, nah.
No, yeah, but that opening scene is really well done. It's worth like rewatching, and
Oh,
the
it's quite a
ends.
few shootouts.
Yeah, there's quite a few things. Like I said, the way they do the back and forth of like the storyline of the past and present, the way that plays out, because that happens a lot in movies in this era, in the 2000, the 2009, and sometimes it's done good and sometimes it's not done very well. And this movie, I think, does it pretty well, and for very cheap. So something to be noted in today's day and
That's
age.
why no. How bad?
That you fuck.
It's my fuck. Why we fucks.
That's how we fucks. Okay.
Pause. All right, on to last ones. I don't think I'm actually, and I don't think you're gonna be that long on yours. I don't think I'm gonna be that long on mine.
No. Just make sure everything's good here. Okay, guys. So as far as my fuck Mary kill list, Miami Vice, my fuck Mary kill list for buddy cop movies from 2000 2009, Miami Vice is on my kill. I want to kill this movie. Why do I want to kill this movie's not a very like a bad movie. As you can see, it gets a 6 out of 10 on IMDb.
Horrific.
3.4 out of 5 on Letterbox. I don't know why. So it's not a terrible movie. I don't think it's an awful movie. I could rewatch it. I am just very disappointed with this movie. And then rewatching it, I really just don't like what this movie. The movie was set out to like do something, and I don't think it did any of it. And one of the things don't think it did at all, and what we're talking about here is like buddy cop films, is I don't think it established the relationship between these two characters of Tubbs and Crockett, which is like the main, like would be like the main thing between like a cop movie, any cop movie, and then especially a cop movie that has these two like big main actors. And then you got this movie that's based on a property that has two like partners, like, and you have all that already built in, and they dropped the ball. They dropped the ball. Colin Farrell drops the ball. Jamie Foxx drops the ball. Michael Mann coming off of like Collateral, and maybe even he's definitely coming off of Heat. You know, Heat, Collateral, Michael Mann, and he's missing the mark with Miami Vice. And this is after we get Bad Boys 2. You know, we get Bad Boys 2, we get Michael Bay doing whatever he wants with the money that they give him, and then you get Michael Mann. And Michael Mann, he gets the opportunity to get all this money and do whatever he wants to do, and he gets this cast, and he gets all this time to do Miami Vice, and we get a dud. We get like this, how long is this? 2 hours and 14 minutes of just nothingness. And his director's cut is 2 hours and 20 minutes of just nothingness. Jamie Foxx is just phoning it in. These two characters don't do nothing together. The whole movie is just basically focused on Colin Farrell and Gong Ling's character, who Gong Ling, God bless her, but she's not a good actress
She
in
ain't
this
it.
movie. She's not it. This is like her first
She ain't it.
American role. It's not good. I mean, the movie's got a great cast. Look at this, just right here. You know, Ortiz, but man, nobody is able to do anything. Colin Farrell can't do anything. Michael Mann, he's got all this money, but unfortunately, he can't do anything either. Like this movie's like plagued with rewrites, and I believe one of the things that's I'll bring it up later, but yeah, this movie was just it just dropped the ball for me. So that's why it is on my kill, because I think this movie deserved better. This franchise deserved better. You know, you watch it and these shots look cool. You know, it's one of the first films shot on like digital camera, and they did a shit job at shooting on digital film because a lot of like the night scenes are like way too grainy, and then the daytime scenes are like ugly. Like they just kind of like didn't figure it out. Or I mean, they you would think they figured it out because this is early days of shooting on digital, but we've already had Collateral. We've already had the Star Wars films.
Is
Um,
this already? Does this look like a Michael Bay film?
it does kind of, and I think that was one of the issues with it. Like watching like this trailer and remember like
Bad
recalling,
Boys 2.
yeah, recalling the advertisement to it. Like this was like meant to be like something that was way more like action packed and just like a slick action movie driven. I mean, I get that it wasn't gonna be like this overcooked Bad Boys 2, but what we got was just a snooze. Like just it's not good.
What's your rate?
It's not good at all. I give it a 5. It's just middle of the road. It's just okay, and it really shouldn't be. This movie cost a lot of money. I mean, let's go to the let's go
Well,
to
don't
the.
even go to box. You don't have to go to box
You
office
want
yet.
to do that?
Yeah, there. I just wanna. Yeah, I don't. This movie sucked.
Go for it. Eat it
Y'all
up.
suck, bro. If y'all go, like, say, if anyone comes up to me and tells me that this is a good movie and you watched it more than, I'll even give you 2 times. If you watched it more than 2 times, you're a liar. You're a liar. I know you're lying, and now know that I know that you're a liar because this movie was horrible. Jamie Foxx may have held it together. Colin Farrell. I mean, I'm a huge fan of Jamie Foxx. Colin Farrell. Yeah, you have a couple of decent movies. Other than that, man, you kind of tend to ruin movies. I don't know what it is.
Colin
I
Farrell.
mean, you could. Yeah, man. I mean, you met. I was looking forward to Total Recall. Ruin that. I mean, your character. You didn't really play that great of a character in Minority Report. Anyway,
There's no
um,
charisma. There's no charisma, and like Don Johnson's, character is like known for having like crazy charisma and being like really, cool with the ladies. All the guys want to be him. Also, I don't want to be him. I look at him, I'm like, fuck that dude and his hair and his stupid mustache.
there's like decent action scene. I mean,
There's
I would
decent
probably
action
give it.
scenes.
I'd give it a 4. I'd give it a 4.
And about that action scene, that's the thing too. Like we get a couple good action pieces, but some of the end action set piece isn't really well done. The geography of it, we don't really know where things are. And so, like in Bad Boys 2, I got to give it up to Michael Bay. With everything going on, you always know where like the characters are and where they need to go and where the obstacle of like whether they be the bad guys or what have you is, right? There's like an establishment of the geography of like the environment. And that is established with guys like Michael Bay, guys like Steven Spielberg. Like those guys like do it very, very well. Michael Mann is like no slouch. And he did like one of the best shootouts in movie history, which is the Heat. And then the shootout in this at the end, it's pretty well done, but when I rewatched it, I was like, I don't know what's going on. It's hard to like really tell what the hell was happening. And one of the problems this movie also has is like in its story, it just doesn't know what to do. Like it doesn't know like how to make these two guys like each other, and it also doesn't know how to put anybody in jeopardy. So like I don't know if you remember, Frank, but in this movie, like Jamie Foxx has a girlfriend. She gets put in jeopardy at some point, right? She gets like a bomb on her neck, and then spoilers, they end up like able to save her, but then she's like, the bomb goes off and she gets hurt anyway, and so now like there's this ticking clock of like the doctors have to save her, and so basically her character gets like put in jeopardy twice in this movie, which after the first time as the audience member, like you're kind of done with like, oh yeah, she got saved, and then for her to get like put in jeopardy again, it's too much, and it kind of like just pulls you the wrong way and not the right way. Like it should have been somebody else that had gotten put in jeopardy, or they just should have like gotten rid of like one of those moments and just had like just stuck with one thing. But I think Michael Mann wanted to like put in a couple different moments from the Miami Vice show, and for like a lot of people like look at this movie and they're like, oh, it's not like Miami Vice. when I looked at the research, he did like pull up some older episodes, and there are some story beats that are from some older episodes. So I think he was trying to go for the feel of like the earlier episodes in that show, but again, it's too dark. It's too just like dull. Just doesn't do anything. It's just really just phoning it in with a lot of money, and it just a lot of waste going on. And just a little side note for like trivia, there's a lot of production um, like problems going on because this was like shot during like one of the worst like hurricane seasons. Uh, this was like done during like Hurricane Katrina and a couple other hurricanes. It was like three crazy hurricanes in Florida at that time, and so they had to like stop production a bunch of times. And Michael Mann is a fucking madman and just kept shooting like up until like really like bad moments like where they like had to stop shooting, but he just fucking kept going, which led to like
I had to
Jamie.
get the boat scene.
Yeah, huh?
Had to get the boat in the movie.
How'd they get the boat?
No, I said he had to get the boat in the
Yeah,
movie.
yeah, yeah. You gotta get some those boat shots, those aerial shots. Like those all cost money, but a lot of all that like all that shit that he put the crew and actors through. Jamie Foxx put a bad taste in Jamie Foxx's mouth, and he didn't really have a good time. And so maybe that's why his performance, it's like he's just phoning in because apparently there's a story where there were, and I'll end it here, but there's a story where there were outside the country somewhere in South America doing something, and there were some like pretty shady spots. And the spot was like so shady that they didn't even have like the police um, cooperation while they were there. So that the security that they hired to like watch their back while they're filming there was like just like hired guns and like just security that like they kind of like hired. And it turned out like there like somebody was in cahoots with the bad guys and the cartel down there, and there was like almost a shooting, and I think somebody did get shot, and Jamie Foxx was like, what the fuck, like I'm out of here, and he left. And actually after that he refused to like go outside the country, and so that stopped production for a little while. So yeah, this movie was like plagued with a lot of production problems. And
That's how I felt after I saw it.
yeah,
Like, fuck, I don't want to go see that ever again. This movie sucked.
it's not a good
It
movie.
was terrible, dude.
It's a 5. It's a middle of the road. It's too bad because
Four.
it's
It's not even average. It's four. It's not even average.
yeah. I'm gonna stay with a
But
5 because I try to watch this movie every once in a while. I try to give this movie a watch every now and again just to be like, okay, maybe it's time. Maybe it's just time that like
yeah. But then you go back, you watch, and you're like, shit, it wasn't time.
no, it's just boring. You
Yeah. I
know,
bet it was painful to watch.
because like I said, this movie comes out like a little bit after Bad Boys 2, and
But
it
you
comes with
rewatched it. Was it painful?
yeah, yeah, it's too long. It's
Yeah.
way too long.
Yeah.
The relationship, like I said, there's no relationship between him and Jamie Foxx, which is what should be there, and
Yeah.
it's not. It's focused on him and like these. They have like these two. They have the two cop relationships with their girlfriends, and it takes up way too much of the movie. And the one
It's a
with
huge
Jamie
film.
Foxx and Naomi Watts Harris really goes nowhere.
Yeah. As a fail. Vice was bad. Let me tell you something. Take out the shovels. Because this thing was terrible, dude. I heard, I saw this movie on the list, and my brain went into an absolute spiral because this movie sucked. This movie sucks so bad. Um, so you got Queen Latifah and Jimmy Fallon. What better duo of a cop movie would you want? Okay.
I
Who
mean,
their characters are, I don't even care. I didn't even click on it. I don't listen. I've seen half of this movie and turned it off the first time I ever saw it. I refused to rewatch it. Um,
Jimmy
so I
Fallon.
watched some clip notes on it. Listen, dude, this movie. First off, this movie was made. There's an original movie of Taxi.
Yes.
It's a European movie,
Yeah.
and that movie was actually good. and there was a shitload of action in it.
It's a cult. It's a cult favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was actually watching something on it, and so they were like, yeah, we think the people that made this movie just basically watched that original European Taxi movie and just didn't read any of the captions. Like they watched it with no words. Like this movie is there is oh look, maybe you'll laugh sometimes at this movie. It's that stupid. Okay. But Jimmy Fallon basically plays a cop. He's really not that great of a cop. He can't drive. Queen Latifah is a taxi driver. He gets in the taxi one day to uh, try and solve a crime because he wants to do better as a cop. And this is what you get. This is what you get.
Ooh. Ooh, look at
This
this
is
rating.
what this is.
4.6 out of 10.
I don't know what's worse, the fact that Queen Latifah is in it or the fact that she's the main taxi driver.
I
Which
mean,
one's
I
I mean,
can't.
it's
I didn't see this movie, so I can't really talk too much about it. I do want to ask, how is the action? Like, how is like the stunt driving and all that?
bro. It's just fraudulent.
Oh, look at this meta score.
Yeah, dude. Surprisingly funny female. Get the fuck,
That's the only highest one. That's the highest one.
dude. These are
After
not.
that, it
This is
goes.
not a good movie. This is not. It's stupid. Some parts are funny, but I mean,
I mean,
I'm
Fallon.
not a big fan of either. Fallon's not funny. I mean, maybe he's funny on SNL when like he breaks character all the time when he did, you know. But
Yeah,
I mean, listen, do yourself a favor. Don't see this movie. Um, Spare yourself the time. If you're gonna see a movie called Taxi, go see Taxi Driver. Go see the one with De Niro. Don't ever see this movie. If your girl ever says she wants to watch this movie,
oh, here's
you
the.
maybe should have a deeper conversation with your girl.
Yeah, this movie's pretty bad.
Yeah, they made four or five of the other ones from Europe.
Yeah,
Were they
Taxi
French?
2, 3, 4, 5. So let's
Yeah, dude, this made five movies off. Was it French or was it?
yeah. French. Yeah, because I
Yeah,
think the same guy who did like the Luc Besson, I think he's the guy that did the Transporter movies. He's like the producer.
they look just like the Transporter movies.
Yeah, they have that style and that like spirit.
But yeah, those. I mean,
Have you seen this
but that
movie?
yeah, even and then I haven't seen the original, but District B13 is like that also. Um,
Oh yeah, there's a
that's
remake of that.
French, yeah, and that's remake. But dude, listen,
That
don't
one's
go.
not a comedy though. Like this one, like they
Yeah,
took
no, no,
like
no,
Queen Latifah and Jimmy Fallon, and who, like you
horrific.
said, man, like he's not even good. Like he's not a good. His movie career didn't work out. And
Are you ever
Queen,
gonna turn around and be like, you know what? Those two right there,
good
those are
duo.
two people I could see as a cop, as partners, as detectives, as now she's not a cop. She's just the driver.
And
And they end
he's
up teaming up, and I don't remember if she becomes one or not, but it's because I didn't finish the movie because it was that bad.
is their relationship worth a shit at all? Supposedly, or
They do, there's some banter back and forth, but it's just like, that Queen Latifah charm and that Jimmy Fallon, I'm an idiot.
oh man, yeah, he's not
Like you should
good.
see him as a bro. See him from like one of the opening scenes. Like he's in a car and he's going to drive because one of his buddies just got shot, and he like can't he like fumbles the whole thing. He can't drive. He can't drive. The guy can't drive. He's a cop and he can't drive.
And so you said what the action set, the actual driving scenes are not good either.
I mean, they're like, I mean, you'll see it here. Like, look, that's him driving in that scene.
Right, they
Like
crashing.
he backs into it. Look,
But it almost like seems
are
like
you
we get a lot of like these like action stuff that doesn't even doesn't even matter. Like there's I saw a part here when we get to it. I'll point it out, but there's a part here where he's like standing in the middle of the street and oh here. So this part he's standing in the middle of the street and all these cars, like there's this crazy amount of accidents going on.
dude?
And it
That's the
seems
whole
like this
scene.
doesn't do anything. Like this after this we don't go back to this or like there's That scene doesn't matter at all. Am I right?
Oh, that's it. That's what I'm saying. It's just slapped comedy in there, but that's not even funny. Okay, great. He went to stop a car and there was a 30 car pile. Okay.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
And that should
And then
matter. Like that, like you put a lot that has a lot of effort into shooting that and like fucking all those cars up, and it's fucking wasted.
we got Transformer cars, which, okay, fine. You want to have little converts, that's fine. I mean, this is the
I mean,
chase
this is shot
scenes.
in New York. It looks like some of it is actually shot in New York. You got the opportunity to like shoot chase scenes in New York
CGI New York,
City,
baby.
but then yeah, there's CGI. But fuck, man.
Oh my, look, oh, I'm a cop. Oh, you shot out my windows. I'm a cop. See, bro, this is like,
Yeah,
and then you got this, which is great.
and she goes, damn. Well, Giselle Bundchen's always good.
Always good, Giselle. Yeah, other than that, man, I'm gonna probably go ahead and give this one. Now, I don't give zeros, just
No,
so everyone
yeah, I
knows.
mean, people
I
put
don't
in
give
effort
zeros.
for the movies. That's cool.
I'd give it a solid. Uh,
What's that?
I give it a one.
A solid
Uno.
one? Oh
Un.
shit. Oh, un. Wowzers. Holy shit! It made 70 mil. It's more than I thought it'd make. 25,000 budget. That's not that much for like the amount of action I saw going on in there. Cause
You
like
mean million?
car chases are expensive.
Did they have to pay Jimmy Fallon and Queen Latifah and Giselle Bundchen?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess there's not a lot of overhead.
Come on, man.
Tim Story. Let me just see what it opened against.
It's embarrassing.
Would it even tell us? It won't even
It's,
tell
em-
me.
it's embarrassing, those numbers.
Opening release. 43 markets. Jesus. Ugh, it won't even
Those are
like.
original.
Yeah, that's funny. Oh, here we go. Come on, just give me. Aha, here it is. Shark Tale, Ladder 49, The Forgotten.
Those are all, I mean, those are all good movies. Ladder 49 was really good. So is
Mm-hmm.
Forgotten.
Oof, it doesn't even make $1 million though, man. That's hard. That's fucking hard, dude. Well, yeah, and like you said, no chemistry between the two characters, yeah?
It just seemed forced. It wasn't it? Don't watch the movie.
Bad movie.
Don't watch it. Do yourself a favor. I'm killing it for a reason. I'm just here to let you know.
Ooh, look at this Rotten
I've I've
Tomatoes.
I've watched a little over half the movie, and that's I've watched more than enough that anyone else needs to watch. Man, case in point.
Yeah, a 9%. Well, good for you to take your time and watching it for the people. I'm sure the people appreciate it. They appreciate.
I give a fuck.
Let me just throw this on this last screen here.
And the other reason why this isn't getting put in with Superman and
Oh man.
with Supergirl in the grave, where you have to check on it every 6 months to make sure it's dead, which I checked it and they're dead still. Only reason why it's not going in there is because this shouldn't even exist. This shouldn't exist. Them two, I have to realize they exist to acknowledge how bad they were. This shouldn't have existed.
Yeah, it's a bad movie. When you brought it up, when we saw this on the list, we were like, that is definitely a bad movie. And when you guys, we're gonna end it off soon, but when you guys take a look at this list, there's some fucking real stinkers on this list here.
There's some bangers, but there's some stinkers.
There's some bangers, but there's some stinkers. So in the
Men in
comments,
Black 2 was a banger for sure.
yeah, yeah, miscongeniality could be a kill, can be somebody's kill. It could be somebody's fuck. Who knows?
Hot Fuzz, Rush Hour 2 and 3 can be kills and fucks and fucking kills.
Yeah,
And
Hot Fuzz, I
marries.
could see
They can be
being a lot of
marriages.
marries. Yeah, I could
Yeah.
see a lot of people wanting to marry Hot Fuzz. I could see a lot of people wanting to marry Rush Hour too. I could even see Starsky and Hutch getting a Mary. So, guys, in the comments, if you want, just put your fuck, Mary, kill list on there and share it with us. And maybe we'll come back and do this again. We'll do the buddy cop movies of 2000 to 2009. But if not, next time, tune in. We'll do some other list. Maybe we'll do this fuck, Mary, kill thing again. Or maybe we'll just talk some shit and talk about some movies. But come back. It'll be me and Bones, and we'll be doing our thing. So come back. Thanks, guys. Later.
Appreciate it, Commander.
What's that? How's that for an outro?
It's good, man.
Intro.